So today I am going to talk to you about the fact that we upgraded to the Plus package not too long before we boarded the ship. Just a few days out, we decided we're going to give it a try, and I'm going to let you know if I think it is worth it or not. The important thing to note about that is Gordon and I do not drink alcohol. I know a lot of times people factor in their drinks, and I'm going to tell you the whole lay of the land and what I think about the money that I'm spending on the Plus package on this cruise. We've also got to bring you up to date on how our group is doing. Really a fun group time we're having here, how things are going on the Coral Princess. We're in the point of Puntarenas Costa Rica today. We've got another country considering taxes for cruise passengers, and lots and lots more. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Saturday. It is March 1st of 2025. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, will you please click on that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. We share lots of information about cruising, and when we go somewhere, we take you with us. So today I am going to do a video that I have never done anything like before. I have spoken to you in the past many times about what is included in the Plus package, what's included in the Premier package with Princess, and some ways to navigate how to account for that to decide if the package is worth it for you, because all of us like to think that it's worth it for us if we're going to pay for it. So usually Gordon and I sail without a package. Sometimes we get the soda package so that we can have all the sodas and mocktails that we want. It's been a while since we got that, but it's a new thing for us to get the Plus package. Now, the first time that we had the Plus package was back on the Love Boat cruise that sailed round trip from New York, August 31st of 2024. And that is right when Princess introduced their Max Wi-Fi if you had the Plus or Premier package. Now, a note about that Max Wi-Fi you cannot pay for separately. You have to have a package in order to get it. You get, I think, very respectable Wi-Fi on board the ship if you do not have a package, but to get the Max Wi-Fi you have to have the Plus or Premier package. I'm going to be really honest with you, that is why we upgraded. So I'll talk about the Wi-Fi first, and then I'll go over a few other things. So the Max Wi-Fi on board the Coral Princess, to me, in my line of work, is very much worth it. If you are someone who is going to come on board, you have to do a lot of work. You want to use your, do a lot of Wi-Fi phone calls. You need to do Zoom meetings. You have to do things that take a lot more of the Wi-Fi. You might want to consider truly getting that. So I have on the last sailing, one of our Let's Go family members was so kind to send me a speed test so we would know what the upload and download speeds looked like. Gordon and I have done it a few times since we have been on board the ship, and there's a really big difference. There's a really big difference between the Wi-Fi that you get just with paying for Wi-Fi for this ship and that Max Wi-Fi. It really is actually very amazing. They do an amazing job with it. And so as far as that goes, I think it's worth it. Absolutely do that if you're someone that needs to accomplish a lot of work. Now, if you're someone and you're considering only the Wi-Fi reason to upgrade, and you're just going to be checking your email, you're not going to be opening huge files, you're not going to be sending huge files, or doing a lot of FaceTiming or Zoom meetings, things like this, I think you'll be okay just fine with the package that the Wi-Fi package. So let me tell you a few other things that are included in the Plus package that we are really enjoying, and a couple of them that are mattering less and less to me. So first of all, gratuities. Gratuities are really important. For a regular balcony cabin on Princess, they're $17. That Wi-Fi, if you get it for half off because you're Platinum or Elite, it's $12.49 a day for one device. So that gives you an idea. The other thing that's important to know is how Princess runs their drink package, because it's different than it is on a lot of the other cruise lines. So I have a few examples here. The other day I did a taste test for you on the mocktails that you can get just on Ocean, like on the Ocean Now, to order the drinks to you. But what I wanted to point out is with Princess's beverage packages, you can have as many bottles of water as you want. Just regular bottles of water is included. The other cool thing that I really like that is included with theirs is Perrier, and look how they brought it for room service. We asked, you can say if you want like a slice of lime, a slice of lemon, or a cherry. Look, so we got this nice glass with ice and a cherry in there, and we had ordered a couple of Pellegrino. These are also included in the beverage package. And so that's, to me, that's a big deal. So all of the drinks that they have got on board, you can have with the Plus package. And then you can also get juice. And they have a juice station, or they have some juices. This is pineapple. Just wanted to show you that you can get it delivered to your room as well, along with the mocktails. And if you're someone that drinks alcohol, they've got some cocktails, they've got some beer, other things like that, that you can have delivered to your room, in a huge selection if you want to drink at the bar or get a drink somewhere else on the ship. So to me, Princess's beverage package is excellent, and truly being here is going somewhere that it's hot. We are really enjoying it. I love that we can have all of the bottled water we want, all the mocktails, all of the sparkling water, all the soda. If you drink specialty coffee, it includes all the specialty coffee. Princess's brand of coffee they have on board is Lavazza, which is very well known. It's a fancy brand of coffee, and people like that. And so it just gives you a little bit of a point of reference if you're trying to decide, even if you don't drink alcohol. To me, I am loving having the drinks package as part of my Plus package and as part of my cruise. The other things that really stand out to me that are, so really truly the top three things that you get with your package are your gratuities, your drink package, and your Wi-Fi. But they also include a couple of those ice cream desserts. The ice cream desserts on the Coral Princess are different than they are on the big ships. They don't have gelato on board, and they're kind of unremarkable, I would say. They're not those fancy ones like we had when we were on the Sun Princess or even on the Discovery Princess. They're a little bit similar, but not really. And so to me, that's not a good reason. If you really want one, just buy one. But if you want like the 2 a day that you get with the Plus package, buy the Plus package. It's going to be cheaper because they cost almost, they're like $17 each or something. So if that's a big deal to you, get the Plus package. I have not tried out the fitness classes. You get one of the fancy fitness classes that usually cost during the course of your cruise is also included with the Plus package. We upgraded at the last minute, so we did not have our medallions sent to us, but the Blue Lane line at the Port of Los Angeles was just that fast. Really quick. We checked in as fast doing that as the people were doing who are checking in just with their medallion and their passport. So that was like a no, didn't matter at all. So just wanted to let you know, if you are looking at the Plus package for the Wi-Fi, definitely worth it. So the other thing that is so important to know about Wi-Fi devices when you're on board the ship, when you get that Plus package, you get one per person, one device of Wi-Fi allowed. And as soon as you log in, there's going to be a button to upgrade so that if you want to, you can go from having one device to having 4 devices. So the first day I looked at how much that would cost, and this is a 16-day cruise, and it was $360. And so I thought, no, I'm not going to spend that much. But by the next day, I was really tired of switching between using like Gordon's device on my phone while I used my laptop at the same time. So I clicked again to see what that looked like. On the second day of the cruise, it was only $150. And I say only, like tongue-in-cheek, that's a lot of money. But I needed to use it enough that I was like, okay, I'll do that. So I upgraded. The next day I clicked on it just to see what it was showing, and it was $240. So just kind of keep an eye on it if you need to upgrade and see when a better price comes along. The thing you need to know is that you get 4 devices per stateroom. And so if Gordon went ahead and upgraded it, it wouldn't give us more devices. I even went down and asked him about it. So when I'm logged in and I can see the devices that are in use in our room, I see 2 of them on my plan. That would be my phone and my Wi-Fi, my laptop, but then also I see a 3rd device listed, and it's Gordon. And so for the 4 devices plus his 1 should give us 5, but we've only got 4. The same thing happens when you have 2 people on the Premier package, because I was wondering how that was going to work. And so if you are coming on a trip and 2 of you think that you're going to run each one of you are going to run your phone and your laptop and your iPad and some other device, I don't think that's going to work. So at least that's the way it is on the Coral Princess. So I just wanted to let you know about it. We don't need more than the 4 devices, so we're just fine. And I think for the most part, people just need 2 devices, usually, like your phone and your laptop or your phone and your iPad. So just throwing that out there for you. It really is kind of fun to learn the ins and outs of some of these different things as we use the Plus package and see how it goes. Is the Plus package worth it enough that I'll be doing it on my next cruise? Yes, because I need the faster Wi-Fi, so I'm going to have to spend my money on that. Just putting that out there for all of you who are trying to make up your mind about that. Next up, let's talk about our group. Oh my, we are having the best time with our group here on board. Yesterday, we had a scavenger hunt, and it turned out just phenomenally. About 2/3 of our group, around 30 people came, and you could have a team of up to 4, or, you know, if just 2 people wanted to do it, they could do it. Gordon and I had a team of 3. We had another person join us, and there was a list of about, was it like, what, 30 or 50 things, something like this, that you had to go around on the ship, and you got 1 point if you brought the picture of it, or 2 points if you brought the actual item or the actual person with you down there to check in. And so it turned out to be a really fun time. All of us had a fun time looking at things. Sometimes we bump into somebody and say, what are you looking for? And say, oh, well, it's over there. So it was a really friendly scavenger hunt, but we had an absolute ball. Things were all over the ship. It involved different people on the ship as well as different items on the ship. So it turned out really fun. I think everybody really enjoyed it. Family Affair was one of our groups of 4, and they won. And it was just a really special time together. So after that, we did like a little poll right there to see if anybody wanted to do charades. That was a no-go. And so we won't be doing charades, but tomorrow is another sea day. So we're going to get together and have swoop. We'll have our cards there if anybody else wants to show everybody how to play another game. Then we've got people that don't really want to play games, would just rather visit. So we're going to do that. And of course, dinner time this evening. We're having just a wonderful time. It's really nice to bump into each other in port and in different places on the ship and sit down and visit. We're just having a splendid time. Really better than a dream come true. It's going really, really well. I've got a quick update for you. We've been talking about all of these different places that are starting to charge a fee, a tax, to cruise passengers when they arrive in a port or in a country. Just wanted to give you a heads up, and this is important. So Norway has also announced that they are considering that as well. They have not announced how much it's going to be, of course. They haven't said when it's going to take effect, but they are looking at that as well. The important thing I want you to keep in mind with this is look at different destinations around the world. Sometimes it's really valuable to look at what they have done recently as well as historically with allowing ships and other tourisms in different destinations. As I was thinking about Norway instituting a tax for cruise passengers, I was reminded that they have changed the rules for ships that are going to be visiting Granger Fjord. So ships that visit Granger Fjord, and it's already kicked in, have to be emission free. And so they don't have to be a ship that always sails without emissions the entire trip, but they need to be emission free from the time they enter Granger Fjord for that whole visit. And if you've been to Granger Fjord, it's a sail in. It's kind of a ways there, so it's not like you're there and then in 300 feet you're there. It is actually a big sail in and a big sail away. You have to tender there in port if you're going to wait, or if they have that extending out pier thing still. Some cruise ships are able to dock, but the days of a ship coming and sitting there and not having emissions are over. And so you would have to look around, find the right ship, the right ferry, whatever it is, to be able to go visit Granger Fjord. So when you think of them making port calls in some of these different places, look a little bit what's going on, see where they're situated, and kind of like rank that in your list of, like your bucket list on where you want to go, and make sure that you get to go there sooner than later. So kind of keep that in mind. I think that's a really big deal. Another fast update I've got for you is what is going on in Pompeii and on the Isle of Wight. These are 2 locations that you can get to from a cruise ship or close to the terminal. Like for example, the Isle of Wight is close to Southampton there. So during the trip, you could also go see the Isle of Wight. So let's start with what's going on in the Isle of Wight. If you are familiar with England at all, you perhaps know about the Jurassic Coast. Gordon and I have some videos from when we have visited the Jurassic Coast, because that's kind of my thing, where you can go see dinosaur fossils. You can pick some up, some of the smaller ones. It's really a thing that they call it the Jurassic Coast because they have so many fossils that turn up from that period of time, okay? So there on the Isle of Wight, they have found footprints from iguanodons in the past. However, they just They just discovered the footprint of an iguanodon that is bigger than any that they have ever seen before. This one is about 1 meter in length, around approximately 3 feet, which is much larger, like I said, than the ones that they have uncovered in the past. Now, what's the big deal about this? Number one, it's always, scientifically important when they unearth another fossil like this, a discovery, but also they think that it might even be a species of iguanodon that they have not documented ever before. So they're going to do, of course, more research, more hunting, and see what turns up as they discover more fossils from that same level of rock there. I'm sure that there's a more scientific term for it, but they want to look and see what else they can find and hopefully figure out, if this is a whole new kind of iguanodon. And those are the kind of things that you can visit when you go there. There are a couple of different companies that offer some tours there, and I thought it was really important to note these. One is called White Coast Fossils, WIGHT, if you didn't know that already, and the other one is South Coast Fossils. These are companies that you can sign up when you're there and just go on a tour. They'll take you on the beach, along the coast there, show you things, point things out, and you can have a chance to find your own fossils. So to me, that's a really big deal. We're going to get there sometime sooner than later. I also want to point out Pompeii. Pompeii there, the archaeologists have been announcing huge finds just in the last few days, very recently, of additional sites there in Pompeii. If you've never been to Pompeii, it is very much worth your visit. They have been, excavating there, working there for decades now. But when we went there in 2022, they were talking about how much they had uncovered and discovered even just during COVID. They kept working during COVID and did a lot of archaeological work then. And now with these new discoveries, even if you went to Pompeii before, it sounds like it is really worth going there again. And Pompeii is a really nice place to visit. You can visit there from like a cruise ship stop in Naples or in Sorrento if you're on a smaller boat, Amalfi if you're on a smaller boat, or Salerno also takes large cruise ships. So anywhere that you stop along that coast, Naples and Salerno are the ones for the larger ships, but the smaller ones can go to lots of different places. Go see Pompeii. You don't want to miss out. So I just thought I'd let you know about that. Okay, let's talk about Puntarenas here. So Puntarenas, Costa Rica, that's where we have been today. We got here around 7 this morning, or 8, somewhere around in there, and we're leaving at 7 o'clock this evening. So I'm really excited. If you haven't caught our sail away, make sure you catch it. You actually get to see the sail away. And you know what? It is absolutely beautiful here. So we got off the ship, and it's kind of a long pier, not as long as in Huatulco, but you get off and they have this cute little train shuttle that runs continuously, really very frequently, from the ship down to the end of the pier. So if you want to just go in on your own and walk around the little town area, you can take that. If you book an excursion here, it is really cool. They back the buses up along the pier up to the ship so that then you can get on the bus very handily. They had people meeting outside for their excursions, hop on that bus, and off they go. And I noticed that when they bring guests back, at least one of them I saw back up when we were out there and let the people that had been on that excursion off. And so I think they run this very, very smoothly. When you take the train into the little end there, you will notice that on both sides of the pier there is beach that you can walk to. When you get to the end and you want to go to as you're facing the town there from the pier, on the left-hand side there, they don't let you access the beach directly there. You have to go one street over, and on both sides of the roads, they've got eating places and they've got vendors out there with everything set up. If you want to buy a shirt or a jewelry or a knickknack, whatever it is that you want to buy, they've got people selling that. And then also further down on the road, but then on the same side of the road that the beach is on, once you go around the corner there, then you can access that beach. I went down, I put my feet in the water. The sand is very, very fine. Of course, it was very hot because it's dark. I wonder how much, those of you who are scientists, put in the comments how much the volcanic ash plays a role in that. Gordon was just sitting there waiting for me in the shade of the beautiful palm trees, and I don't know how he came to meet him, but a gentleman stopped, and he lives right at the foot of the volcano, and said it's not been active since 2010. And really, really nice people. All the people that we met here were so nice, and so it was a really pleasant day in port. It was hot. My watch says that it's 89 right now, but they have this glorious breeze that blows, and so it did not feel as hot as it has on some of the other days of our trip. And so we thoroughly enjoyed it. We walked around the town for a while, like I said, went down, you put your feet in the water. It's very warm. It's just absolutely wonderful, and the sand is fine enough that you notice that there is a little bit of it when you look at the water. There's a little bit of it caught in it because it is just so fine that it turns up in the waves a little bit. There are two notes that I have for you about Puntarenas, Chile, and the reason that I'm mentioning them is they are things that have come up with questions and a lot of things people talk about in the past. So here are notes for you. First of all, Puntarenas, Costa Rica is a place that, of course, when you're ashore, if you want to buy any alcoholic beverages, you can buy them. But once you get back on board the ship, you go through security, and there's a crew member sitting there with his little desk with a sign up that says alcohol collection. And that means that he'll take your alcohol, they give you a receipt for it, and they keep it until the ship keeps it until we arrive in Fort Lauderdale. And it's interesting because not all ports have this, and so I'm sure that it has something to do with either the local laws or I don't know, but not all the ports have it. So just a heads up, if you buy any wine or alcoholic beverages here, you're going to have to take them back with you. They'll be given back to you in Fort Lauderdale. It's not a place that you're going to be drinking it on the ship when you bring it on board. That's the first thing. The second thing is a lot of times people want to know if they can take food off the ship. Maybe you're going on an excursion and you want to know if you can get a roll at the buffet and take it with you for your lunch, or you want to know whatever. Here in the port of Puntarenas, it is one of the places that they call it a quarantine. You cannot take food off the ship. And indeed, right down by where you're going to disembark the ship for the day, there is a sign that says you cannot take any food with you. And they actually have places that you can throw it away because you really can't take it ashore with you. And so I just wanted to point that out. Costa Rica, if you don't know, this is very well known for the amount of coffee that they export. They have a lot of chocolate here as well that they sell as well, and so I'm sure they're wanting to protect their agriculture. So just wanted to put that out there and let you know, and watch for that in some ports. Some ports you don't have that, but in some you do. So of course we always respect that, and so just wanted to put that out there for all of you. So would I go to Puntarenas, Costa Rica again? Absolutely. It was a nice little town, nice to get off and walk around and put your feet in the ocean. So if you've got questions about Puntarenas, if you've got questions about anything else with our cruise or on the Coral Princess, just let me know, and I'm delighted to find them out for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with us. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.